Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the closed beta of Endless Dungeon, where we are in the middle of a run here, and so far, things are going pretty alright, I think. We haven't even really had any close calls. Might this be my first actual successful run? Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Okay, we have 1,000,000 of everything except industry, so let's definitely set up an industry generator here. And what have we found? Loin lab notes. That's an awful lot of vowels all in a row there. A gap in space where a monstrous anomaly pulls primordial dust from the depths of the galaxy. This is unique. The fields of gravity, dust, and electromagnetics touch and change everything. Even organics are unnaturally mutated, corrupted. It's an infinite sandbox for perfecting eugenic sciences. And it's the perfect place for the galaxy's foremost manipulator of organic material. Oh my. Let's have some fun. Okay, so whoever this person is, seems like perhaps somewhat menacing. I am not a fan. You know what? Let's open the door that's away from the generator slot. Gosh, I am not doing very much damage relative to the amount of health these things have. Okay, we need new weapons. Or for Zed to, like, fucking show up. Hey, Zed? You want to maybe put that weapon to use? I think we may need to play as Zed for now, because the AI does not seem to understand how to put this weapon to use. Every 30 seconds for 10 seconds, monsters get slowed way down, but gain massive defense. I think actually that's not so bad. What is it letting me do? If I spend dust here, will it just turn off? Yeah, okay. I think that was probably worth a dust. And also, let's just... Wait, which enemies are these? They are weak to poison or, biological damage, whatever, which we do not have. What we do have is a bunch of stuff that I don't know for sure is going to work. Yeah, this one's rank 2 at least. Just put something down. Try to keep that under control a little bit. What have we here? Okay. Constant healing for monsters in dark rooms. I think, generally speaking, I would rather use my dust to turn the power on in those rooms. I feel like this will basically handle the situation, right? Yeah, pretty effective, actually. Except for with these ones who are being literally invulnerable to the direction of my damage. Okay, yeah, those things are tough. The big punchy enemies are tough too. We might just want to get her a different weapon. Like, as soon as we have the opportunity. So, to be clear, it's darkish in this room, but this is not a dark room from a game perspective, because we don't have the ability to light it. Maybe I'd rather just turn this off. I don't know. The knockback on this thing is really considerable. You can just kind of like lock an enemy in the corner with it. You know what? I'm going to light this room, like I said. Because the healing from that steel is actually causing a huge problem. Alright, show me something cool.
Well, maybe someone can use it.
That's a small gun, which is not what I was hoping for. Multiple shots in a short-range cone. Come here, you. Yeah, it doesn't seem great, honestly. Let me pick it up here. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, what's this? Lab notes 2 of 8. Viet's idiot technicians keep getting themselves killed, crushed by falling crates in the astral harbor, shredded by the anomaly's beam. Somewhere there is a lab that manufactures idiots. Even if we get new ones, it takes months to get them back up to speed. The board wants to reduce deaths, but I have a better plan. Take a security scanner, some of the Transcendent Center consciousness tech, a variety of regenerative sea symbiotes, and an impressive shiny output box. Et voila! Life from a printer. Okay, interesting. That might explain some of what's going on here. So... Ugh, I do not like the way this floor is built. Let's see what's over here. Okay, dead end with another generator in it. Also, loot. Let's generate some additional industry. So this one's going to cost us twice as much, but I reckon it'll run long enough that it'll be worth the trouble. And then, so everything that's coming through here, bottlenecks in this area. Gosh, it would be so good if there were some generators or some turret positions like right here. There's not even anything directly on the other side of this door. Because, like, we're going to have enemies coming through, like the ones who are just behind me. Shove. Oh, God. Does that use your ability? Use all of your abilities. Trying really hard to keep the enemies in the area of the turret. Okay, that was miserable. Shit. Well, that was really a lot more damage than I would like for it to have taken. We are out of resources. Well, this is bad. This is legitimately really bad. Because now we have to explore in a different direction.
No preservatives. No preservatives.
That was my last soul. You can see our souls are being tracked over here.
Anybody home?
But I definitely feel like I want to spend all my souls before I go spending any medkits.
Always looking for deer.
Alright, another memento collected. What are you doing? Shoving instantly kills monsters at low health and heals. Oh, wow. Okay. Positive Stila. That's lovely to see. Is this a research machine? It is. Yeah. Before we discover any troublemaking stuff in any other directions, I'm gonna just build some defenses in this room. We're gonna play defense back here, basically. Gosh, this thing really has a lot of HP. Holy hell. Yeah, so I think we're really feeling the fact that we haven't found a lot of weapon upgrades lately. Get off of the thing. Trying to make good use of the shove bonus here. Oh god. Ow, I just walked right into that. Let it get low. There we go.
No preservatives.
All right.
This should help.
Wait, no, I want to heal.
It's vegan.
There we go. Heal self
No
with it.
preservatives.
Ooh.
I like those. Give me a second.
The turret leveled up in a single thing here. All right. Well, I wanted to keep exploring. I wanted to keep researching, but I'm wondering now if we would survive. See, this is what I really want to do. I want to buy an upgrade. I want to buy a level 3 upgrade for a turret. Let's do it. We have to be strong enough, right? We just have to be. I'm going to play as Zed this wave. I'll try to be a little bit more proactive with the damage dealing abilities. It takes quite a while for her wave attack to charge back up. So trying really hard to like hit enemies with this basically melee range attack without letting myself take too much damage.
Everyone okay?
All right, there we go. So we won't have the resources. Yeah, I was going to say, let's see if we can find level 3 of the phosphor one as well. 105. All right, keep an eye on it.
Reach.
Here we have some bugs, which I don't love, but at least, you know, they're vulnerable to the fire turret. If we're going to build another turret, I'm going to build it here. And then we're going to do more exploring. Okay. That's a little blast of science. Not quite enough to get us that research. Try to keep moving fast here because I'm very nervous. A little bit more science. Somewhere around here there's that unlocker. I, however, am going to go and get the tier 3 phosphor turret research. This is what we have been banking for this whole time. Just trying to get some stuff where we can build defenses at a very high level. We're going to watch both directions, which is nerve-wracking. But the good news is we have the fire damage to burn this side down pretty quickly. Can't have bugs attacking the research terminal. And our turret network out here is actually getting the job done. Okay. All right. So now all of our electrical and fire turrets are at least level 3, and this one was already level 3 and got upgraded again, and now it's just as sparkly as I've ever seen. So that's fun. And I guess we have to go... No, we can go further down this branch. I would rather not open more doors close to the crystal bot. We can avoid it. Okay, found ourselves a crystal shard, which we probably will want. I'm assuming... Yeah, this has got to be the room where the barrier is, or at least it's got to be in this area, right? Because there's not that much space left. Okay, now that those are open, we don't really know anything we didn't know before.
Reach.
Okay. Crystal socket in this room. That is something we didn't know before. We're going to get a wave real soon, so I'm falling back to prep. And by prep, I mean let's build some more turrets.
Prepping for garbage.
This is where bugs come from. Ooh, okay. Let's hope, friends.
One for the home team.
Just a variety of frustrating elements for the enemies. And we are burning the industry very, very quickly here. Hopefully that doesn't turn out to be a horrible mistake. Because like if you go down to a new level and you're really light on industry and you get bad spawners right away, that can be real bad. That can be run ending.
Bandits on the generator.
Yeah, bandits on the generator are going to be successful at destroying the generator, and that's just how life is going to be for us for a little while. So apparently there is a like a fourth level the turrets can be. That's interesting.
Wave over. Recon time.
And of course a lot of our generators, a lot of our things in this area are getting to that level very quickly, which is a shame. Given that we are about to abandon them. Alright, let's open this door. Blackout. Find and trigger reset points. This is new to me. Okay. Friend, you live here now.
Dig in and wait.
So there's one more of these points over here. Okay. Yeah, that's a new gameplay.
Get a move on. We're pulling out.
Okay, so I want the shard. So this is what we're doing.
Shard sounds crabby.
Let's establish ourselves a new thing. The turret's coming. It's going to be walking through a whole mess of towers for the moment. So really all we need to do is keep an eye on here. But things are going to get a little messier as we continue forward. Ow. Blow myself up a tiny bit, a small amount.
Metal time.
Okay, shard collected. Ah. It's a bad time to get spidered.
Time for the solo.
Must do more damage. Come on, Christobot. This way.
Head over there.
Go, 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 friend. Okay. Think we saved it from getting chomped again. Trying to stay out of the circles. It's getting a little terrifying.
Okay, yeah. That wasn't that one.
Ah, yeah, we lost it. I think the upgrade I took, the plus damage plus move speed, was just too aggressive. You know, you can see how such a thing would be good. Get it out of the danger zones quickly, but it's the extra 50% damage really doesn't leave you a lot of room for sloppiness. Well, we certainly earned a lot of scrap. Not that I know what it's for. And we picked up a bunch of good loot. No, I don't know what most of that does either. The Devotion Garden and Procedural Factory keys open up different biomes for the various floors. Like Devotion Garden is an alternate floor 1. So that'll be good. We can try out some new versions of the things here. Let's press E to be reloaded in the saloon. So this is the sort of the core idea of the game. Everybody who is here is trapped on this satellite that seems to be automatically capturing the crew and ships that happen nearby. Got 2 cells and a hero chip slot. And it sucks them in and it brings them here to the saloon area. And if you try to make it down into the rest of the station and then you die horribly, you just get rebuilt by the station right here. And so everyone's sort of trapped in an unending hell from which not even death is an escape. And we're hoping to be able to do something about that. Some of that, you know. What's up, friend? This is Viggy. Now that's what I call mining for gold. Well, figuratively speaking. Let me poke this district access key and see where we can go. That's kind of my job. Figure out how to get you into trouble, then figure out how to get you out. Okay. The hacking post is now accessible. What is? Alright, we've unlocked the Devotion Garden, of course. Also, the Procedural Factory.
Yes, dearie?
Okay, interesting. So, ongoing quests. Complete the first zone of the Devotion Garden District on floor 1 in a squad that includes Zed. We do have another character here, of course. Open 20 doors in the Astral Harbor. The Astral Harbor. What is that? That's not even a zone that we currently... Oh, no, it's the name of... Okay, sorry. That's the name of the zone we were in on the first floor of that first run. And you want to defeat the Shell Diver Blob boss in the Procedural Factory. Interesting. What do we get for completing quests? I have no idea. Hey, spiked it. We can get to the Procedural Factory district. We, of course, being you hero types. Me, I'm the hacker hiding in Mom's basement. Or, in this case, Grandma's basement. Look, according to the map, visiting that district would let us skip the labor colony. Sounds great if we're getting sick of bugs. Okay, so different districts have different balances of enemies, so like based on the weaponry you have and stuff, it makes sense to choose certain things over other things. This is some sort of drink carrying robot. Also, a lone musician practicing their craft. This is our friend Bunker, another playable character. What's up with the bartender? Welcome. For you, the new and improved bar is officially open. With this and future recipes... Oh, that's right, we did get a recipe, didn't we? I can create beverages that will provide all sorts of boosts for the expeditions. Together, we shall discover a wealth of performance-enhancing consumables.
What do you need today?
So what was it? What was the thing that we got, anyway? The Bloody Melee. I can guess what this might do.
Always open.
A sip of this and heroes will feel better at every shove. Sadly, it lowers defenses and medkits don't really heal, but instead make your heroes briefly invincible. So you gotta heal yourself by meleeing when you have this on. I think these are all sort of like, they're all sort of trade-off-y like that. The first run you finish with a beverage will even earn you a bit of loot. You know what?
Excellent choice.
Let's try it. I'm curious how much it'll be for. What have we discovered here? Memorabilia. Once a sophisticated element of a loading system for handling fragile Astral Harbor cargo, it is now serving drinks. It is partially sentient and much happier in its current role. Oh, is this one of the memorabilia objects we discovered? This this loading arm?
They sure like to chatter.
There are skins. I know we haven't unlocked any of the skins yet. So this is how we would start in the Devotion Garden. What else is going on around here? Here's some more of our memorabilia. A souvenir of the battle in the labor colony against the bug boss and all its little bosslings. Let us hope that whoever brought that egg here made sure it was dormant. Yay! Have you seen the pretty pictures we drew on the ground of the labor colony? We used to love doing that. I can't stand the idea of those vermin running all over my home. Let's go. Let's, like, you. Are you coming with us, or? No, I talked to her instead of reading the library. Okay. New mementos decrypted. So these are just the things we were reading, right? There's definitely stuff displaying over other stuff here. Probably not intentionally. Okay, this is not scrolling very smoothly. Like, it says mouse wheel to scroll, and it did move one way, but I can't get it to move back. Again, not final code. That festival was epic squared. I gotta say, Zed, I kind of appreciate the way Zed is, like, really... Zed is really whack, but she believes she's very cool and metal. That's fun. You haven't lived until you've seen Skulltaker play Cuttlefish of Judgment live. The universe doesn't need peace and love, kids. Just more guitars. Okay, well, I mean, sometimes she's right about stuff. Unfortunately, the squad was pretty out of it when we returned to the ship. Nobody was piloting, and we barely even realized it when the station grabbed us. Great. Now I'm stuck here listening to alt folk rock. Okay, the food is no worse, but I'll tell you, I am not planning to spend my days this way. Down there are ruins, monsters, loot, stuff to discover that hasn't been seen since the Endless contradicted their name. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to do whatever I can to make it interesting. I've done enough runs to know you don't survive without building turrets, so you need the resource generators to collect them. That makes me think of a nice hardcore challenge. Completing a zone without losing anything? A nice warm-up. Hey, every grunt has to go through a training they call basic, but now it's time to get serious and go up against the big boys. I'm going to take down the big blob boss. I might even break a sweat on that one. Okay, so this is what's generating her personal quests, because this is the thing she's on now. So if we do that, consider saving lots of medkits, or, you know, having no medkit functionality. Maybe that's a good idea. And we'll earn 3 cells in a hero chip slot. Okay. Interesting. Bunker here is a cop, sadly. The mission of Sheriff Bat and I was, I fear to say, ill-conceived. There had been numerous stories of riffraff indulging in all sorts of unacceptable behavior, such as theft, piracy, and jaywalking. And while we certainly found many opportunities to chastise and instruct, it was clear that our attempts were doomed given the station's unlimited resources. Realizing that we were unable to depart, Bat and I sought a way to minimize the constant regeneration of hostiles. It seems that we were having some sort of effect, for at one point we went on a run. I was damaged and don't remember the details. It must have been a savage attack. But when I was again operational, Bat was dead, and an elite Praetorian bot was escaping. Sadly, this was before we had the reloader. Something evil was done, and that makes me angry. I will return to the Astral Harbor and see that justice is done. So, okay, seek your vengeance by opening doors in the Astral Harbor. Makes sense. What's Shroom's story? I was pretty small when we came here, fleeing the war. I did a little bit of everything, but ended up being the Undertaker. It's funny, you know? I was mostly doing embalming and really strong perfumes because, you know, dead bodies and the heat. I felt useful, helping people say goodbye to friends and all that. But then I went on this crazy last chance run to help Viggy get the reloader working. It's great because nobody dies anymore, but no more deaths means I'm pretty useless. Well, at least I have my plants, my besties. They never comment or complain or make fun of how short you are. And I hear there's a devotion garden. Oh, it must be amazing. All the plants and the scents. If I was brave, badass, and respected like Zed, I'd go there and check it out. You know what? I will. Next time she goes there, I go. Okay, so yeah, do a devotion garden with Zed. A damage dealer with a healer should theoretically make a nice mix. Oh, this is fun, putting together mementos. The hard part is figuring out if she should use glue, tape, or staples. So there is a fourth character in this build. I do not know how they are accessed, but I do know that you have to unlock them somehow. You're just a floaty blue amoeba thing. Okay, well, so unfortunately, we have two mutually exclusive quests here. Right? I can't see the quests from here. So do we want to just run with the same characters again, or do we want to go the other way? And I've already forgotten, what was the other thing? The procedural factory. So in order to access the procedural factory, do we have to go in through the devotion garden? Because if so, I think that's going to decide it for us. Yeah, the procedural factory is connected to the devotion garden and the headquarters, which we don't have unlocked yet. So, all right, I think it's Zed and Shroom again. You kids might want to head down to the devotion garden district. Eating and praying. What more is there? Oh, okay, right, hacking. But even better, that's a second entry to the station. Could be easier, or at least different. And that's a nice change for folks stuck doing the same thing for so long. Okay, so the reloader wasn't on in the station until we turned it on. It's not a bad thing, being unable to die, but it does make it somewhat more difficult to escape from the what do you call it? Indignity and sameness? Anyway, to the devotion garden. Let's start a new run. We're going to go ahead and do Zed and Shroom again. And hopefully... Wait. We unlocked a chip slot. How does that work? How does one chip? We have this thing. It might be a system that I have to unlock. So Zed, do we have more skins available? Skin unlocked by the Pioneer Elite skin pack. We do have one skin. This comes as a quest reward. Unlocked by attendance at 2022 events. Huh. You know what? Sure. We'll change skins. Do I have another skin for Shroom? I do not. Quest reward. And then bunker. We similarly have a Die Hard Elite. But yeah, I don't know where that comes from. Your crystal bot can also get skinned. Not in a way that's hugely different. I mean, the crystal is kind of the dominant aesthetic element there. Yeah, maybe whatever chips are, we have to unlock the ability to interact with them, because I don't know what they do, or... Yeah, alright, whatever. I am comfortable with this setup. The downside of the medkits not really healing you is going to be dramatically reduced with Shroom around, right?
The garden. So lovely.
So we know that the first area we went into the last time is very bot heavy. This, I assume, will be different.
Time to start a new district.
All right. Free resources just laying on the ground there. Anytime you see one of those barrels with the bright white light on the top, it has some resources in it. I have to say, I do like the aesthetics here. I really like being able to see down through the gaps in just like the forest floor way below. That's very cool. Let's go ahead and start with an industry generator, as we so often do. And the farthest door from the crystal. Again, as we so often do. I think it's a good general rule. Plus 100% attack damage to next shot after performing a shove. So not super great with these automatic weapons. But if we find something with like individual, slower, more powerful shots, that might be a good bonus. I guess her starting gun isn't really that high fire rate, so it might be okay. I am a big believer in the power of upgraded turrets early on, but maybe I should be prioritizing heroes a little bit more. Okay, so we're starting with bugs here. Got ourselves another memento. These are, yeah, the fire weakness enemies. Okay. All right, so we got a couple of things of bugs. We've unlocked the barriers. So this first floor, we only have one exit from the crystal room, so we could just build some turrets, you know, right here if we need to. Danger's pretty low. I'm feeling okay for right now. Let's just push onward. I guess this way. I know this is opening a door that's really close to the bot, but it's further away from our generator. Okay, the flamethrower, definitely valuable on this floor at the very least. Yeah, let's pick up the flamethrower. We'll do it now before we have too many more spawn rooms open. We'll just go post up in the doorway over here. A little premature. Hey, do you mind? Okay, I mean, you get a fair amount of HP on the, damn it. A fair amount of HP on the shove. I was shooting into the doorway. That's really annoying. Alright, well, we got our flamethrower. Shroom is not getting a lot of kills, not really picking up any souls, which is going to make their healing pretty ineffective. All right. Yeah, I'm really bummed out about losing that generator.
Slightly reconditioned.
So a ray gun, strong against blurs, sloppy bombs. I mean, I like bombs. Do I want to spend 33 food on that when we might just find a better gun in a chest? I don't know. I probably want to save food for actual upgrade stations like this one. Crit chance. Shove damage is certainly not bad. +1 wit per monster in the room. That's interesting. I think I'm going to increase shove damage, especially since we are incentivized to shove this run.
So many interesting things down here.
Okay, so not really very much in the way of free weaponry, though. We do have the resources to go for one of these. I don't know what I would want. The sapper is certainly not bad. Reducing monster defense and making your elemental matching effects more powerful. Come on. Okay. All right. It's a campfire. That's fine. We know how to work this. Journey of a Worshipper. They keep expecting me to work and produce, when really I'm the sort of person who experiences and synergizes. I went down to the garden I've been hearing about, and it changed my life. Green in the middle of gray, trees and plants thriving in cold steel and concrete, plus really rejuvenating waterfalls. This place is a miracle. I bet if I plan it well, I could live here for free and never go back to work. Where there is a tree, there is life. Life is a tree, and a tree is life.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Someone else can make
I mean, literally true, I guess. I don't know that it's terribly profound. It's whatever. It's fine.
Just ignore me.
A little bit of resource stuff. Show me some more cool weapons. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So I picked up a gun. I picked up the sloppy bombs. So it does fire explosives, right? Honestly, I kind of like it. I'm gonna carry both of the fire guns. All right, I think we probably ought to, for safety's sake, construct a couple of flamethrowers out here. Yeah, it's nice to be able to shoot groups of monsters as they run in. Especially since there are a fair number of... there's that one kind of bug that has the ranged attacks that I feel like we see a lot of. Actually, trying my best to keep that generator safe. Okay, there is a maximum range on these. But overall, I find that weapon pretty satisfying to use. That's a good one. Okay, so down there and down there yet. 35 science. I mean, do we want one of these? I'm going to say no. Ooh, reduces movement speed of monsters. You know, that's compelling. Something to just keep them still while we and the other turrets get the work done. Hopefully it's got a pretty large area. We'll find out.
We got some bogeys on the research terminal.
Oh, right. That's an issue. Hey, assholes. Stop it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Must... Ah! I was trying really hard to run forward and punch those bugs, but no such luck. Okay. Oh, hey there, friend.
No preservatives.
Enjoy this.
Lock and load, ladies.
Okay, well, that sucked, but I do think that we needed the turret. I think the turret type is going to be helpful, so let's not get too bummed out about it. Let me try this, because I think this is not likely to be the way forward.
Here.
Wow, this is nothing, in fact, just kind of an empty room.
Reach.
Yeah, I'm really bummed out about the early, okay. Really bummed out about the early loss of the science generator. All right, let's just move.
That way, Rabby.
So we won't have to worry so much about the bugs coming from the rooms up here. So the turrets will, once the bot is past these turrets, the turrets will keep those ones back, I think. It'll just be the stuff from further on that we really have to worry about. Okay. So they should all be funneling in fully from behind us now, which is great news. All right, we own this doorway. There is no way anything's getting through. Trying to stay focused on the the ranged ones. Little ones with like the green sphere in their back. And Shroom's doing a good job of immediately liquidating souls into healing as soon as she gets them, which is good. AI Shroom is effective. I was a little worried she might not be. Alright, get that door closed. I'll tell you what, I would have been very embarrassed if we'd lost this run on the first floor. Pretty happy to see that not. Well, I guess we're still on the first floor. There's time. But we didn't lose it right away, at least. And that has gotten our quest finished. Can I see what your new quest is immediately? Or... no, okay. It just says the old one's done. Okay. Well... let's just pick a direction, I suppose. This one. Wow. This room has 2 generator slots. I have never seen that before. We're definitely going to need more science. The question is, do we keep banking industry always, or do we want to put up a little bit of food? I feel like it's wrong not to have an industry generator running. Industry is just so useful. Okay. Dark room, pretty inconvenient. Okay, bonus attack damage after a shove. Journey of a Worshipper 2. I can get food in the garden, sleep under the trees, and people give me clothes. I'm good here, gazing at the greenery above and below me, praying, helping folks with their troubles. So immaculate. The station should be a sanctuary, but it's profane. And when you hear about the dust pocket they're extracting, well, I really wonder just how bad it is. When the moment of the touching came, all was transformed, and because of that, everything was different afterwards.
Whatever. Someone else can make sense of it.
It would be really nice to be able to find some fucking dust. I keep my eye out for a thing with the yellow top. Okay, this is interesting. We currently don't have any spawners active, right? Oh no, we have one. Sorry. So research should be pretty easy here. Although, sadly, I don't actually want the only things we have access to. A shield increasing... So there are always spots that are kind of like out of the way. Having something that affects every object in the room is not terrible necessarily. I'm going to refresh, though. Spawns an explosive tank with a frequency equivalent to this turret's fire rate. That's fun. I do like this, too, the attention grabber. Interesting stuff. All right. Let's check out this way.
Rock and roll.
Well, we're finding a lot of loose resources, at least. Medkit creator, not really the way I'd want to be spending resources right now. Okay. A socket for this door.
Zed's here.
Oh, these are not bugs. All right. Teleport back to the crystal. So we only need to watch out this way right now. All of our valuable stuff is behind us. This doorway is the perfect defensive point. The only thing that's out there that could get destroyed is the research machine. But I think enemies never target the research machine if it's not currently running. The bots have started to make it.
Metal time.
Alright, this isn't too bad. We are at some point going to have to walk the crystal bot forward through some of the spawning stuff, and I'm a lot more worried about that. We jumped to 57. Do I want the Hollow Hero? No, let's refresh again. What am I really looking for? Honestly, I don't even know. An amplification of our attack damage is definitely interesting. You know what?
Ripping on a theme here.
Research this. So we can keep these bugs contained here, and when bots come up from below, we can...
Okay, yeah. Love this part.
Alright, change of the strategy. This is a close enough range event that I think we can just campfire it. Well, I feel like I was right. Her healing is making the other stuff not matter too much. I'm feeling pretty good about where we are research-wise. All right, so that's the way forward. Let's see what is through the rest of these doors. Let's just try to bank resources as best we can. Okay, a shard. It's fairly important. And problematic, because that means we have to walk the crystal through a dark room with spawners. Like, I don't like that at all. We might skip that one, honestly. Alright, let's poke our head into the doors to the sides of where the crystal is. This is a spawn area back here. Okay, we found this at least. And some resources, that's nice. And a Stella, when discovered, heals your heroes. Okay. And some
I know what to
dust.
do with that.
More and more folks come here to be at peace and listen to the prayers and meditate. This anomaly, the dust load, I don't think it's all a coincidence. This part of the galaxy is special and different. Such a load of dust in the middle of nowhere. Could it be a god? Is that why this garden is so blessed, so healthy? And so it was seen that the garden was real. The garden was real close to a god, and the god thought the garden was really cool, and thus it grew a lot.
Whatever. Someone else can make sense of it.
I appreciate the informality of this religious writing. Okay.
It works.
And here's just a guy who wants to sell us some stuff that I don't think is actually good. Yeah, I don't think any of that stuff's good. All right, so we could turn on the power. You know what? I'm going to. Because I want the shard. I want the shard really badly.
I do love ordnance.
We turn on a pair of flamethrowers in this room. Can't fire me. And then... this is going to be a little scary. This is where, like, the monsters are still low enough level that I think we can handle them. Ah, getting stuck on doors. We definitely want to just go back to this. Trying to optimize my shoves so that I'm hitting enemies and also the turret. Alright, come on, buddy. So the turret is in follow me mode right now, which is like pretty dangerous. Almost where we're going. Oh, not that. This. There we go. There are a lot of overlapping elements sometimes, and the game's actually very good about making the different elements selectable by just moving your mouse to them, but I am clumsy, and I do not move my mouse to the correct thing all the time. Alright, we sustained a little bit of damage there. I think that should be low enough that we can heal it all on the elevator. Oh, bloody hell. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Alright. Rescued it. Both the generators made it. That said, we are probably not in a place to continue defending them, so that's not ideal. All right. We have lots of resources built up. I'm wondering if it makes sense. Let's do at least a little bit of defense over here. Put down one of these. Oh wow, the Jellifier's area of effect is like tiny. Oh, that's really rough.
One for the home team.
And then like in one of these far off out in the corner things, increase attack damage.
One for the home team.
Okay. And I want to run back and pop the couple of doors in this hallway. See if we can't find some loot. Yeah, something like this. That'll count. Something beautiful is happening here, and I will say it. The beam has touched a lost, and their benevolence is what has given us such great gifts. We have to be careful now about those who just want to grab more dust. I will not sit still in the presence of a deicide. And the god was benevolent and made the vegetables really tasty and took care of a lot of the weeding, which was nice. I mean, it sounds like a pretty rad god. Okay, this is the actual way, like, forward and out. Interesting.
Well, maybe someone can use it. I like things.
There we go. Okay.
Lock and load, ladies.
So she now has 2 different elemental guns, which is valuable. So we don't know what is through that door, but it's actually not the way out. I guess let's go have a look at it really quickly. Again, just want to make sure we're capping off our incomes. All right. Well, we're getting lots of whatever that currency is. Special wave incoming. Hunger. Huh. What do you reckon that means?
Hey, bandits on the generator.
Yeah, we're gonna lose those generators. I am comfortable with that.
Hey, bandits on the generator.
only thing we actually care about here is maintaining the crystal pot. We've got a lot of resources stored up for the next floor. I am, for the moment, assuming that you just can't get upgraded turret research this early.
Give me a second.
I don't know what that special wave did. I don't know what was special about that wave. I don't think I saw any ranged enemies. Maybe that was it. All right, out of curiosity, is there anything we'd like to research? I don't think I want to do any research on the way out here. And I think this should be pretty defensible. I think we can carry all of our remaining resources forward. So let's just play some defense. It is so much easier to defend the crystal when it's going to a location rather than going to a person. If you have multiple human players, it's much easier to give the bot like a couple of location-based orders in quick succession. Stay back. Alright, should be easier from here. You have to remember, some bugs fly, so this thing is not a total bottlenecker, but it's still pretty good. I really appreciate this gun's critical effect as well. Every once in a while we get that larger explosion that does damage to a much greater area of enemies. It really helps to deal with when things get a little overwhelming. Okay.
I walked away. A lot of them didn't.
Easy, right? And then hopefully we get to pick which area we're headed down to here.
No echo. This place is beyond metal.
Yeah, unfortunately, not picking up the scrap quite as quickly as we could be, but since I still don't really even know what it's for, maybe it's not such a big deal. Well, at least we only have one choice here. Too many options stress me out. Okay, everyone good? Here we go. Yeah, we want to go to the procedural factory, right? Pretty sure.
Incense, check. Potions, check. Mind-numbing fear, check, check, check.
I didn't select the skin because of this, but I will say it is nice that
Don't go back up.
Zed's current skin does make it a lot easier to pick her out in the crowd when things get noisy. Ooh. Okay, well. What have we here? Industrial orders. Astral Harbor capacity increase. HQ want more docks. We need to ship more in and out, they say. It's not so simple. Logistics gets a say. You gotta have routes to get the stuff into the station. Places to put it. And 300 more docks means a big addition to the station. Like adding layers to an onion. Extra surface area, additional volume. And they're ordering them like cookies. And that means materials for another 30,000 doors. I mean, stars, you know how many doors there are in this place already?
Whatever. Someone else can make sense of it.
Slowly, we are getting all of these little storylines. All right, well, as you might have guessed, I'm thinking this is a pretty okay place to leave off for today. That's going to be it for us for this episode. When you come back next time, hopefully, we're going to manage a little bit more successfully than we managed that first floor, and maybe get ourselves to see a new boss. I'm excited, and I can't imagine I'm going to get just like totally embarrassed by it in front of all you people. So that'll be good. And we'll see you then.